just amazing to be here. It's just amazing to see a conference like that with Propose, a company like Roche doing that and sharing this meeting between science and IT. We are really honored to be here, and thank you for each of you that are here. Especially thank you for Shimon and Christoph, who have been discussing with us every detail about this talk, workshop, and everything here in Poland. So thank you very much. Let's go. My name is Yara Senger. This is Vini, as they already introduced us. So we have been working around the Java community for a while. Since 2001, we have been really, really engaged with Java. Started even a little earlier, but we have been passionate about Java for several years.
Actually, we got married because of Java, you know.
Yes, so that's, if you want to connect through our social, it's more than a pleasure to discuss and share with you. So, thank you. We created a little video here about IoT. Let's share very fast. One second. Audio there?
Okay.
Good.
The plug was not that, you know.
Complexity.
Our tech was developed at a slow-mo rate. Then, almost 47 years ago, the internet was made. Our data centers ruled and protocols were pretty cool. The guys in Java gave us tools to do it all. Connect everything! Cars and homes and wearables. There's nothing comparable to the awesome Internet of Things.
So for you that like tech and geek style and
That's a long history with Java and Internet of Things. Almost 20 years ago, Sun Microsystems created the Java Ring. It was one of the first wearables in the world. And then we had the Sun Spot, which is a kind of platform for electronic development. And then is a very rich history behind Java and Internet of Things for sure.
Vinny, we have lots of demos now, real-time demos here to do. Are you nervous about that?
Tak.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
use
yeah,
it.
yeah. Okay, let's go.
We really need the demo god playing with us today because we have many different demos. And to start, I would like to talk a little bit about Arduino. Arduino is an electronic platform, very popular, where you can create your own gadgets, you can create your own 3D printer machine, robots, wearables, and different types of things. We created in Brazil the IoT surfboard, which is, I like to surf. Then we put this name, IoT surfboard. It's an Arduino-based board with open source platform, so you can use all our code from the IoT surfboard in your Arduino projects. And we are going to show some cool stuff that we can do. To start, I would like to show a little bit about the code that we have behind Arduino. So to play with electronics today is not complex anymore. You can really use relays to control your house, home appliances, infrared to control the air system, and then you have many different possibilities. Arduino is open source. Arduino IDE, the tool that you use to write the code for Arduino, is based on Java. The code is not Java, but it looks like Java. So if you learn Java, it will be easy for you to write Arduino code, plug some wires, and then start playing, blowing the things sometimes. And then, so it's very nice to have this kind of tool. 10 years ago, if you want to control a relay, you must be an engineer, and you must study a lot to do that. You must write C code. So I'm going to show you here a basic demonstration. We have here a wireless module Zigbee wireless module connected to this board. So I'm going to open my Arduino IDE, and then from here, I'm going to communicate with my board. And so I want to turn on the lamps. So turn on, turn off the lamps. So that's a very nice way to turn on and turn off. I'm against the switches in the wall, you know, and I try to make different ways to turn on and turn off lamps. I will show some cool integrations. We can also ask for sensors, like ask for temperature, 25 degrees, makes sense. The humidity, 35%. I can ask about the alcohol sensor. We have an alcohol sensor here, so if you go to a barbecue with your friends, you can have fun with the alcohol and drive safe, knowing if you can drive or you cannot drive. So I'm going to ask about the alcohol sensor. So here we go. We have 6, so nobody drinks alcohol. Let me breathe here. It's kind of danger. Sometimes it's danger, you know. And let me ask again. Alcohol. 7. Oh, just a little bit. So
just to let you know, so here, as he mentioned, we are using this protocol. It goes through serial. So this is the serial monitor, and we are just using language we created to interact with the board. So you can use these specific words that represent the sensors of the board. So you can type temperature or light or any other control there. So
turn on the speaker, turn off the speaker.
Maybe they can't read the little box there, but that's what he's typing, temperature and so on. So
so that's Arduino. That's a way to have fun, to learn about electronics, to learn about coding, and to learn how to invent your own stuff. So it's pretty cool, and you really get addicted with this kind of platform. So that was the demo, Arduino and IoT surfboard. In the end of our slides, we have all the links to our GitHub. You can download our code and start using our code with your Arduino. Our code will make your life much easier to manage the protocol, the communication protocol. So, and also, if you go to production, like if you have a great idea and you want to produce your final product, you can use professional boards based on Arduino, like the Freedom Freescale from Freescale. We have the Gemalto concept board from German. This one runs Java, and you can do Internet of Things using 2G or 3G connection. It's pretty cool, this board, because you can write Java application. And in Brazil, we have the Amazon forest, and the trees are being monitored by this board. So they put accelerometer, 2G connection. In the forest, we don't have 3G connection. And the accelerometer will monitor if someone is cutting the tree. And then the board will send message to the government, say someone is cutting the trees in Amazon forest. So Internet of Things is a way to create inventions that can make the world better and our life better. That's one of the reasons why I love Internet of Things. And we also have Connect Shield. Is a new one from Gemalto for 4G narrowband, and this is a professional version of this board. So the second thing for Internet of Things is protocols. If we use the standard web protocols for Internet of Things, you may pay a lot in terms of battery consumption, in terms of data consumption. Sometimes HTTP is a good protocol for humans, but is not a good protocol for machine-to-machine communication. So MQTT is a very old protocol invented by IBM, and since 2010 is royalty-free. so you don't pay for that. And then now I'm going to show you how to use MQTT to control our board. To do that, I'm going to start a software here that will be,
While he starts, so just for you, the ones that are familiar with message queue or message driven, the idea of MQTT is just a queue where someone posts some data and any 1, 10, 100 other clients can subscribe to that queue and get notified when someone is posted there. So instead of a regular method that you call to ask something, I subscribe to that queue, and when Vinicius posts some data to that queue, I will be notified because I'm subscribing to that queue. So when you want to have you want to decouple your parts of your system, it's very useful architecture for that, especially for IoT, where you really don't know who wants to know what's happening. You might be sending that data for thousands of people subscribing to that queue.
Yeah, this protocol is also used by Facebook chat. Sometimes you can see that your cell phone can't access any website, but the chat on Facebook is still working. The reason why is that this protocol is so lightweight that any type of connection will be enough to manage the messages between the parts. As Yara told, is publish subscribe architecture, low latency, and compare it to HTTP, you can see that we have huge difference in terms of consumption, in battery consumption, in terms of throughput, in terms of keeping the connection open. So compared to HTTP is much faster. And this is the reason why the Formula 1 cars use a lot this protocol to read all the sensors and all the instrumentation inside the car. To play with MQTT, we like very much this tool. It was made with Java, actually with JavaFX, MQTT-FX. So you can download that for free, created by our friend Jens Dieter. For us, it's the best MQTT console. And since it's Java, you can run on Linux, Windows, Mac. And it's a nice example of a good desktop application written in Java. So that's the website if you want to download and play with this lovely tool. So let me show you here. Now I'm going to MQTT-FX. Now it will be the same control. I will control the lamps using the cloud. So my computer will send a message to the cloud through the MQTT, and then the broker will send it back to my computer, and then it will trigger the lights. The good thing is that anyone in any part of the world could control our stuff here. If they know the name of the queues, it will be very easy to control our stuff. So I will be connecting to a public cloud from Eclipse. So, and now I'm going to put here IoT surfboard / control, and then I will type relay ?1 and publish. So you can see that it was very, very responsive. The message went to the cloud, come back to the cloud, and then turn on the lights. And I will turn off the lights. Now we have our lights are connected to the internet. So different from the Arduino demonstration, it was local, and now it's connected. Anyone that used the same broker that we are connected, that put the same name, IoT surfboard / control, will be able to turn on and turn off our lamps. And sometimes people from the audience do that, and we have fun.
And something interesting here is that depending on if we're not using MQTT, probably we need both devices to be on the same network, or we need a fixed IP to how to get there. Here, it doesn't matter if they are on the same network, if they have fixed IPs or not, because both of them are communicating to iot.eclipse.org. So that broker has this information. So they don't know where each other are. They don't know they don't need an URL for knowing each other. They are just communicating through this broker. So a new person, a new system can just subscribe to the same queue, and we can control the lamp here and in Thailand if the person there is connecting to the same queue.
Nice, great. So I put some additional information here in a bigger font size. Okay, so that's MQTT, definitely something that any tech guy or girl should study a little bit. We have many possibilities with MQTT protocol. So let's move forward. We have in our laptop, this laptop is sponsored by Intel, and it's a special model with Intel RealSense that is a camera with, that can recognize hands, expression in your face, and it's a very nice camera. So can recognize speech, the environment. So we have a lot of possibilities with Intel RealSense. Like for your hand, you have many points, joint points that you can recognize, and then you can use in the hospital for someone not touching the door or something that they can't touch, or some places that you have dirty environment and you don't want someone touching the computer for some reason. You can command the computer just using gestures, and it's possible to have this kind of camera in the near future in our cell phone. So it will be another way to interact with our cell phone. I think that Apple announced something to recognize face expressions. Yeah. So here is the points that you can recognize in your face, movements with your face, and we have really nice SDK for doing softwares for Intel RealSense. You can do it in C#, Java, processing, Unity, JavaScript. And so let me show you here a very simple Java application to control graphics with this camera. So I'm starting this sample application and starting the camera. Let me see here, come on. Okay, here we go. So I'm moving the block with my hand. And our kids look at me and say, "Dad, are you playing or are you working?" I say, both. I'm doing both. My life is a working vacation forever. So that's very nice to play with that. So, but this is cool, but it's useless. So, but I like it anyway. Thanks. So to show you something more sophisticated, let me show you how Yara and I wrote a software for RealSense, integrating MQTT and the lamp. Once again, I don't like switches. And then let me show you the architecture here. So we have the face expression, the camera. As you can see here, the camera can be standalone, and then we have the JavaFX sending data to Amazon, coming back to our laptop, and then finally turn on the lamp. Wow, that's...
Talking about complexity from our first talk, we find some ways to increase the complexity on turning on the light several times here. So special.
Oops. Someone turn on the light. Oh, okay. Woohoo! Very nice. He said, wow, I didn't turn on my software here. Turn off the lights. Thank you. So let's see this demo. Now, where I should go. Here we go. So here we have this piece of software that is recognizing my face expression and my hands, and then converting to the commands that we can control the IoT surfboard and send the commands through the MQTT protocol. Let's see.
Yes, here we are mapping. If we do give me 5, it will turn on the speaker. If we smile, it will turn on the relay 1, surprise face, relay 0. So it's just a tool for mapping the face or gesture to a certain action at the board.
It was 2 days of development to do this software. Okay, turn it on. Let's start with the speaker. Okay, and now the smile. That's it. That used to be a critical demo, so thanks, demo God. So, Minecraft. What to say about Minecraft, Yara?
Is there anyone here who likes to play Minecraft? Any son or daughter who likes to play Minecraft?
Nobody, just
sons
us.
and daughters that like to play Minecraft. So this is it's one of the games that kids loves to play, and it used to be all in Java, and we could decompile it. It was allowed to create modules, so you could create your own mods for Minecraft. And being in Java, it means that doing that we could create a new version for the game.
Yes. Yes, it's amazing to see that it's a top 5 played game in the world, and then they did in Java. I could never think about that Java would have a game, so popular game, so I'm very proud about it.
It was in the past, okay?
In the past, because Microsoft just bought the Minecraft company. You can do mods, as Yara told you, and you can use any other JVM programming language. We have some guys that work with us. They do a lot of Scala code with Minecraft to have fun and also learn a new programming language.
And also how to increase the complexity again.
Yes, and we use it to teach kids how to program also. So it's a nice tool for doing hackathons with kids. And we did a lot in California, a lot in Brazil. So we really encourage you to use this nice game as a tool to teach kids how to program. So let's turn on and off the lights using Minecraft. And now we have a Minecraft mod running in my laptop. And then we are going to integrate, once I break the bricks, it will turn on the light or turn off the light, breaking bricks. So you can have an interface between the game and the real environment. And we also did some demos using sensors, like a humidity sensor. And once the humidity in the environment increases, start raining the game. So it's a nice way to have the physical environment integrated with the virtual environment, yeah? So let me start my Minecraft mod here.
And while he starts, this was another proof of MQTT. A certain day we were showing a demo with RFID, where when you get near a certain area, it reads your RFID and makes you appear inside the game. So we were using MQTT for that. So every time we got read the RFID, we publish on the queue, like Yara is here. So we put the people inside, it was not inside the game, it was in another app Then one of the guys that were expert on Minecraft, he said, "Are you using MQTT?" And we said, "Yes." He said, "What's the queue?" We give him the name, and then he just did that in like 10 minutes. So again, we were in the conference, and it was so much decoupled that the other guy could make it very fast. That's the idea. Faster than starting the game.
Okay, here we are. Let's go to single player. Whoops. Okay. And then, okay. It's night here. We can't see so too much things, but I will, even I can't see anything here also. Don't worry.
And of course you don't know the command to make it day, right?
Yeah, let me check if I have another word. Oops. I need another new word. A survival mode is not good one. Okay.
Go fast before you
okay.
die.
Before I die here. Oops. No. I can't break here the blocks. I need my daughter help, support.
There's a block.
Okay, let's back to the dark world. Sorry for that. I really know how to code Minecraft, but I really don't know how to play.
Esse é o survival. Você foi de novo no survival, mas tudo
okay, look at that. Mundo, yeah, world of tests. Okay, here I feel comfortable. Now let's break. Okay, turn on. Turn off. Turn on. Turn off. Well, that's it. That's good.
Now you can die. So that's just to show how we can integrate like gaming and IoT. We did several other demos like that, like on a box game or other places that we can use MQTT inside, and it gets very easy to integrate with IoT on these situations.
Yeah. Okay. So we show cool demos, but we need a topic that is really, you can really make social impact and change the people's lives. So we like e-health a lot. We were here yesterday doing a workshop about e-health. So we have this kit called My Signals. So My Signals is a kit that you can buy. It's based on Arduino. It's based on MQTT protocol, REST protocol, and you can do up to 15 different exams in your house, like ECGs, blood pressure, measure your sugar, oximeter, and many airflow. So it's a very nice kit to play, and very nice to know that it's based on Arduino. This product just started as a prototype with Arduino and then went to production in Spain. So this is produced by Libelium, and they have a My Signals cloud. So it's a great kit to start playing. And here are the sensors that you can plug. Some of them nowadays are Bluetooth low energy sensors, like the blood pressure, the oximeter, the glucometer. So here we did a different architecture. We hacked this kit, and I would like to show you the architecture that we did using cloud services, serverless, Lambdas, Amazon, so Alexa. So our idea is to ask to Alexa to start measuring something, and then Alexa will trigger the if this then that website that does the integration between the Alexa and our Amazon EC2 server. And then we are using a tool called Node-RED to write.
Calls. First register in your Alexa app.
Forget about. And then we we are using AWS IoT, which is a MQTT with security, with a lot of security. So all the demos that we are showing here, it was an unsecure MQTT broker, but when you go to production, you must go with cryptography and things like that. So AWS is very good on doing security come first always. And then we send the message to our Raspberry Pi through the MQTT, and using another great service from Amazon, Greengrass, that allows you to run, to process data that you are processing in your cloud. You can run the same thing in your gateways, in your Raspberry Pi. So if you don't have internet connection, it will, you will still can do the exams, and you can cache the results of the exams locally, and once you reconnect to the internet, it will synchronize the data. So it's amazing for having resilience to internet connection fail. So it's a very nice and new product from AWS. And then we are using Lambdas that brings a new perspective in terms of architecture for serverless architecture. And then we have a Python code that inside our Lambda, inside our Raspberry Pi, a Python code that triggers our blood pressure sensor. And then we have the readout from the blood pressure sensor, and then we send the result to store in DynamoDB, Amazon S3, and then we can do machine learning and make predictions based on the exam results. So it's amazing possibilities with AWS also. And then we also send a message back to our Raspberry Pi, and using a Lambda, we wrote a software that uses Amazon Poly to say the result for us. So that's a nice interface for blind people to measure the blood pressure without any assistant. So they can just command the blood pressure sensor by voice. So, and that's good for senior people that sometimes they can have a high blood pressure, and then you can make a software that instead of saying the blood pressure, you can say, oh, you are fine, but I'm calling your parents because, so sometimes knowing about that you have a high blood pressure, your blood pressure can get even higher. So sometimes it's better not saying exactly the result. So this demo takes some time and is very sensitive, so I bring the video here to show you the demo.
Alexa, trigger blood pressure.
Sending that to IFT.
Now the message arrived in my Raspberry Pi that triggered the Bluetooth blood pressure sensor, and then it's measuring. Takes some time, like 40 seconds for doing that. And this is a proof of concept that we did to make a better architecture than the architecture that comes with the Libelium kit, because here, if you don't have internet, you just lost your exam results.
Your systolic pressure is 120, diastolic is 91, and your heartbeat is 90 beats per minute.
So, and we have the result here in a JSON in the DynamoDB. So that was a cool demo. So that is a lot of things to do with eHealth, and I think that you are in the right spot. For me, it's a dream job to work with technology and healthcare. Sometimes we are not calling healthcare, we are calling health design, because having all this data, you can prevent to have many diseases, and having like monitoring different people and having the big data of health, we can compare the data and then make better predictions. So I dream with the day that we have a centralized database with our health data. We share pictures on Instagram, we share our track on Uber, we share where we are staying on Airbnb, we share a very big details of our lives on Facebook, but we don't have any place to share our health data. So I think that we are going the right direction, putting e-health and technology together for doing that.
Not necessarily share, but at least keep for you, for your family.
For your family, yeah. Share with your family. Like if you left as your legacy part, all the exams that you did in your life would be great for big data, for machine learning and data prediction. And I really believe that this kind of technology can make the life longer and better. So let's see one demo here. Alexa, trigger turn on lights.
Sending that to it.
Okay, maybe my server is not running. Okay, okay, this is my local one. This is my Amazon one. It's supposed to be running. Let me restart here. Yeah. Okay. This guy. Access denied. Okay.
So all these equipment can help you when you go to Dr. Google to ask about what you are feeling. Now you can have all the exams at home just to increase your internet knowledge with your
Alexa,
own data.
trigger turn on lights.
Sending that to it.
Alexa, trigger turn off lights.
A few things share that name. Which one did you want?
Alexa, trigger turn off lights.
Sorry, I didn't find turn off lights.
Again. Alexa, trigger turn off lights.
Please.
A few things share that name. Which one did you want?
Okay.
Say nicely. You didn't say please. But you know that Alexa is Polish, right? She has been developed here and
Acquired by
Amazon. Then. Okay, let the light turn on. That's fine.
Okay. So I'm also having a USB problem here, cable with bad contact. Sorry. I need to restart it again. So my last demo, our last demo, we are running here the Node-RED. Node-RED is a very, very nice tool that you can write software this way. So there is a new buzzword coming into the market for technology called low-code development. Tools that allows you to design software solutions writing just a few pieces of code, and this is the one. So here we can see that we have a serial connection to our IoT surfboard, and then we are grabbing the data from the sensors, and then we are pushing this data to the gauge, to our dashboard UI. So we can see here our UI with the sensors, and then let me check here if it can turn on. Okay. Oops. Oh. I'm sorry about it.
It's always when it has the noise. Then you want to turn off that, and you can't. So you keep this great moment.
I'm going to use the switch. Sometimes it happens. Let me check here. Okay, we have the connection and everything. And now, let's see if the alcohol sensor is really working. So I didn't bring some vodka, too early to drink vodka, but we have Listerine. And then I will put the Listerine here and check if, change it a little bit.
No. Yeah.
Someone is drinking alcohol at Code4Life. That's cool.
So my flow, our flow here just detected. If you look here, alcohol, I have the alcohol sensor. I grab this data from the JSON, and then I make a switch. If the alcohol sensor is bigger than this 160, then I'm going to ask to this text-to-speech software called eSpeak to say someone is drinking alcohol at Code4Life. That's cool. And then it's a solution that you can write very, very fast. So I really encourage you to learn Node.js also, beyond Java. And Node-RED is a nice way to play with this kind of tool. So our code, this presentation will be shared with you. So we have all the links to our code. And
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.